Hey everybody, it's Larry, One Man Garage. A little bit of a temperature break. It's only like 96 instead of 107. So a little bit of Firebird work. Gotta keep moving forward. We did start to get the new power booster on, and the disc brake style early master cylinder that looks cool. There's a hold off valve and it goes right there. I'm gonna put that on maybe, I don't know, over the weekend. I don't know, I've got that on order. A couple little small brake lines, but just gotta snug up the bolts still. Just got the header fish back in place that I had to pull off to get that power steering box in and out. So the bolts all went back in. That was like the easiest header ever for a Pontiac, and that's, I mean, easy. And that's you don't get that every day. Pontiacs are known to be a little tough getting all the bolts in. Of course, you've already seen this because that's nice, but legitimately I am actually going to order a panel and try to do this repair correctly. Now granted, there's some rust under the panel in this area, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do there because the panel's going to only go to here. I think it goes to this line, and there is some poking through along there, so it's not a lot. I already have my POR 15. Just have to decide. It's pretty small, so I'm just going to be cleaning that out more. I don't know if you can see that, but those little windows into our headliner are not required, so I don't really think I have to do any big giant patch welds. We're probably just gonna epoxy repair and POR 15, it'll be fine. So it's coming little by little. Yeah, Ronnie put these nice little exhaust clamps on here. I'd never had that style before. They're kind of cool. You can take an old style header and cut the 3-bolt flange off, and I'm just gonna put the jack under here and pick up the slack and tighten it up. I didn't loosen the other one, but this exhaust still needs to be welded out. It's not permanent, but it's getting there. These are my 2.5-ton aluminum Pittsburgh Harbor Freight little racing jack. There we go. Slack is out. These kind of clamps give you, you don't have to have the gasket. I think it's stainless, so it probably doesn't rust. And you don't lose the ground clearance from those old annoying flanges, because sometimes that's the only thing that bottoms out or gets hung up is those damn flanges. That can mess your day up, man. You can tear your exhaust off. Whereas with this, it should just, you might grind against it, but not cause it to separate, because it should slip right over like that. We'll see how much it drops after these are torqued, but of course, like I said, later on, I'll have to take the car in and let them TIG weld up or MIG weld up everything. I don't have a MIG welder. All I have is a 120 volt flux core wire welder, which mostly sucks. I might be able to use it for the spot welds for the dash panel repair though, so I'm kind of looking forward to personal growth of doing that such a repair. That's not bad. I think that'll work. So anyway, I got all the header bolts tight up yonder and there and there, so that's cool. All those tightened up easy. We're coming right along. Since it was easy to do, I had went ahead and put this alternator bracket in. I primered it yesterday. Some of the bolts go all the way through and the threads get messed up on the aluminum, so I used a stainless steel cap screw that's longer. Went all the way where you could even go to a nut on the back if you had to, but I was able to grab some threads that hadn't been used. These old fuel lines, you know, aren't routed where they need to be. Metal lines are cut off premature, so I'm gonna take all that off. Probably run some more metal line under the engine to the pump like it should be. Return line's not hooked up currently, so eventually that'll all get corrected where it has the return, but all that's got to come off. Probably do that, I don't know, one weekend or something. Probably gonna take this fan off. It doesn't seem to, I don't know, I think the spacer's too short, and I could wait, but I'm gonna take this chrome pulley off. It's peeling. It's known as a belt squealer, and I only see 2 grooves down there. And see, really it needs to have this one behind the back, because it's always an AC pulley set whether you're using AC or not. So, and then the retainer reinforcement. So I'm gonna clean these up, paint these, and put that on the bottom, and a correct non-chrome power steering or water pump pulley. Should get perfect alignment. Probably go back to a clutch fan, to be honest. That's what would have came on the AC car. So anyway, progress is progress. Well, I took a little break, but I guess we'll go ahead and pull off that fan and pulleys, because they are coming off. Well, got all those little bolts out. Get this off. Figure out if that's supposed to be a factory fan, but I don't know that the spacer's correct. See if I have a better belt that's a top cog gates instead of the thin, less gooder. I gotta knock this, get it loose. I'm gonna put the phone down. A few whacks with the hammer ratchet. Liberate the parts. That's a offset, seems deep, different. Well, we're gonna have to sort that out. And to use my handy little Milwaukee little quarter drive, little impact nutter getter bolter offer. This was a nice gift last year from my friend James that had got upgraded by our friends at Flying Sparks Garage. That he got bumped up on some tooling for his HVAC and automotive work, and said, "There, you want that?" And I'm like, "Sure. Shoot, I use it all the time. Carburetors and stuff. Awesome." Balanced on the water pump. Kind of surprised that worked with the phone sitting there. Well, it had the retainer ring at least, so that's good. That's not good. See if we can torquelate balance like we did a minute ago. Good enough. Let's see what kind of crank lineage uppage with the pulleys we get with this, which looks right to me, running off, you know, front two pulleys. I think we're fine. We'll get the alternator on there, and of course we're going to use 70s power steering rig too, so just to get full alignment. This 455 engine, I mean, we're basically setting up like 71 to 78-ish, you know, arrangement, just for simplicity's sake. Because you get into mixing some 69 or 68 or 70 and older pulleys with later stuff, and especially 69 later and 68 earlier, but different water pump. But there's some weird 69 in between oddball stuff which isn't on this car anymore because the original engine was long gone. But I'm gonna probably put studs and do a fan clutch here, so stay tuned. Also watch Stay Tuned. Tony's a good guy. You know what I'm talking about. Took another break, but I dug out one of my good old 7-blade, oh, 6? No, it's 7-blade used clutch fan and some fine thread bolts. Got her on there. Now, you see the blade you want half in and out of your shroud, and the top will line up once we get the old transmission up in her, because she's hanging with no tranny, which I believe the rebuilt 400 I dropped off core 400 transmission and 350 trans for the Catalina to be built last week, and the guy just said they're ready to go, so probably gonna go road trip and pick those up tomorrow. So then we can get this thing back to a turbo 400, first time, real long time, and try to get all that buttoned up, and then still got to do the rear brakes and the other finishings up and bleeding and such. So pretty good. That's horsepower right there. That's cooling, but also low drag, because flex fans draw horsepower. The clutch fan draws less power but cools. Well, it's the next day. I took a little vacation time. I'm going to go for a cruise down Texas 34 highway to catch US Route 80, the Dixie Overland highway. We're going to cruise through old towns on US 80 and go get the transmission I just got built for the 69 Firebird. So there's the context. Working on the Firebird. We're in Terrell, east of downtown. We're fixing to go east down 80. I don't remember if, well, it's been a long time since I was on this part of 80. I'm always passing through, crossing over. But all the good cool old buildings and little downtowns are going to be on your US highways. Always the best way to travel. Dixieland, or Dixie Overland Highway, US Route 80. Rolling into Old Wills Point along 80. It's near the Lake Tawakoni area. Been a while since I've been through here also. Some pretty cool old buildings still being used. They got some restaurants and got that train depot back there. So it's just one of those train towns or along the US route. More of the old downtown. Still read the Rose Dry Goods Company. Be heading towards Canton, Texas. We're rolling through Edgewood. There's not a whole lot to see here. This old Uniroyal station, and there's a couple buildings and a cool church, but not much. And we'll probably see some good stuff in Canton here in a bit. Right actually crossing State Highway 19 and 80. I forgot Canton doesn't have anything here. It's all further south. We're rolling through Grand Saline. It's interesting. It wasn't that long ago I saw a show that actually I learned that this area's here because of the salt mining, the Great Salt Dome, and there's a good chance the salt you bought at the store that's in your kitchen may have come from here. I think the big brand is comes from here. So anyway, Grand Saline. I'm not sure if that must be the old downtown over there. We're not really touring, taking breaks and getting off the road. We're just gonna see what we see, staying on 80. But, you know, still pretty cool buildings. Always neat to go through. Sometimes you'll see the cool, you know, gas stations converted into other businesses or service stations. You can tell back in the old days. Or you'll just see Dollar General. Boring. Mineola. Little old Mineola. Been a long time since I rolled it. This place. Not a lot to see. I guess the downtown's coming up. That's an old gas station. A lot of empty buildings and desolation. Getting into some of the poorer East Texas areas. Not at the peak of their economic success, let's just say. Stations. Building looks to have been in good shape. Another old gas station. This is the junction with US 69 with 80. So that's pretty slick looking bank building on the corner. Commerce, whatever, Chamber of Commerce. There's this is an antique store town. It's known, or was known, for antiques. Burger joint. I had to turn around to catch this cool building. Kind of a sucker for cool neon signs. So you'll see there's another old gas station there. But check out this old Dairy Way, dairy food and drive-in. That's neat. Now I gotta turn around. Well, we're headed off towards Hawkins and then eventually Gladewater. That's where we're gonna go north on US 271 to Gilmer. Get the transmissions. I had to turn around. I saw some Sinclair signs at Bootleggers Customs, which doesn't look like they're working on much at the moment. But they've got gas pumps, and maybe that'd be a good place to see if they want to sell anything. Something to think about. It is nice rolling through these little hills. A lot of fresh asphalt. Good blacktop, nice properties out here. You know, living where we do, it's not a lot of trees, so we kind of enjoy getting out of town and getting into a little more of that. Rolling into Hawkins. Not the same one from Stranger Things. Although that could have happened here. It is East Texas. Don't rule out anything. Not a whole lot to look at here. So, shutting it down, heading to Big Sandy. Well, this is Big Sandy. If we come up to Farm Road 155, which that's the south little dog leg, we're gonna not shop there today, but we're gonna take 155 to the northeast up here somewhere where it splits to get to Gilmer. We'll catch Gladewater after we pick up the transmissions down 271. So let's see. There we go. 155 will be the left. Yeah, and it wasn't really much cool stuff here in Big Sandy. Looks like I braked a little early. They put the sign like a mile back. Anyways. Well, we're in Gilmer, Texas. There's some old junk at this old gas station. Saw that last week. Thinking about going to Whataburger. I'm not sure yet. I just saw a Chevy truck painted like a John Deere tractor that was converted to one wheel to steer in front of the truck. I probably should go back and try to get a picture of that. Here's a cool gas station turned into a less cool glass building, but it looks like a Diamond Shamrock. Got those transmissions picked up. This guy's kind of off in the backwoods, if you know what I'm saying. But we'll keep all that private. He's working out of his personal property. Yeah, it's nice down here, a lot of shade. Clear skies, got a odd 80 something degrees outside right now. So, nice, beautiful day to be outside. Still gonna use air conditioner though. By the way, there's the transmissions. 350 and 400. 350 for the Catalina, 400 for the Firebird. Oh yeah, getting excited. I'm gonna stop here at famous Doc's Hot Links here in Gilmer. Get us a little bite. Looks like they've repainted. We're in Gladewater, Texas, self-proclaimed antique capital of Texas. Might have to stop off and look around. I don't know if that place is open. Should be a few places to go. It's Wednesday, so hopefully they're not just open on a weekend. I saw a pretty cool downtown coming through here last week. Kind of think, I don't know if it was the first time I've been through here. Yeah, it probably was, to be honest. That's a pretty neat building there. Not sure what that originally was. Coming up on the, I guess we'd call it the downtown antique section up ahead. after this light. Probably pull over somewhere down here. Skipper's Pier. Oh, there's an antique mall. This will probably be it. I did not buy anything. I'm gonna have to spend a weekend over here. But look at that Oldsmobile. It's a 4-door, but it's kind of cool. Try fives, man. That's where it's at. Bug slug, slug bug, whatever. This old motel's kind of neat. Curvy. Well, home sweet home. How about that? Yeah, long day. That's a good 6-hour round trip, more or less, including the stops. Did get the alternator on also. Of course, it's lined up good. I was working on the power steering. I had several power steerings and was thinking of using this one, but I got to get the bracket off the other one, off that one, you know, and get all that buttoned up. That's got a what do you call it, an underdrive pulley or whatever, which I don't know if I want to use that on this car. I might swap that to the race car. It'll help keep the belt coming off. It's deep groove, but depends if it charges at what RPM or whatever. We'll see. Yeah, this Turbo 400 is a AA code 1978, and I think that just means it was over the counter. I don't know. This 350, let's see what it says it is. I don't know if you can read that. I think it's a 73. A 4 is probably a Buick or something. 74 Buick. Yeah, it's probably a, well, whatever. Who cares? Well, I ended up swapping that whole other pump because I couldn't get a bolt out on the bracket. It's all a crapshoot if that pump leaks or this one leaks. But I got the high pressure hose on order. And just kind of glad to see, at least, you know, for the time being, the 70s style brackets matched up. Everything's aligned good and reliable, and function wise will be perfect. So now we just gotta get back on brake parts and transmission install and shifter and cross member coming up soon. Alrighty then. Here's my little rig I use to get the transmission off the truck so I don't strain my back because I'm old. You know, gotta work smart, not hard. Or at least, you know, don't hurt yourself, people. The old Harbor Freight Ram recently installed, working nice. It's too hot out here to work on anything. Yesterday was just yesterday. 400's over here ready to go under the bird. Maybe I'll jack that up later and push it under there. I don't know. Just some of the junk I took off. I guess I need to throw that in storage. That's a 301 bracket actually. It's like the 400 power steering bracket, but slightly shorter. Probably should write 301 on it. So anyway, thanks for those that bear with me in my road trip portion of the video. Hope some of y'all liked it. I know it isn't for everybody, and I know I didn't clean my windshield. Sorry for that. But thanks for watching. More to come always. Stay tuned. Subscribe maybe? I don't know. Thanks for watching.